I understand that. I've been through all that too. I've been through many wars. I got thrown into this in like 1985 when I just turned 25, and went to Colorado and got told about all this stuff. They said, you're not supposed to know who you are until you're age 36. I was going through portals. I was going through vortexes. No, I understand. People come back with scars. They come back with implants. They come back with all different kinds of stuff.
Once I had a circular black bruise around my right nipple on my breast. This was like 3 months before August of 2019. And what had happened was I was up there on one of the carrier ships of the Secret Space Fleet, and we were meeting 2 or 3 people because there's a faction of the Secret Space Fleet that work with us. And we're, of course, obviously, they're our friends, not our enemy. You know, and there was these worms, and they're modified, genetically engineered worms by the Anunnaki and the negative ET scourge, the ones that passed themselves off as wonderful angels and messengers of God, the ones who set up the 3 religions on this planet to keep people fighting. Those bastards, they're fighting us. Well, the one faction of the Secret Space Fleet is our friends. We were on their ship, and I met the reception desk person, and right from behind the reception desk person came out this worm. It looked like a Mongolian death worm, but it was like 6 feet long, and it had a circular mouth of about like 3 or 4 inches in diameter, with the rows and rows of teeth like a cookie cutter shark, and the lamprey fish. And it came and it bit me on my breast, and I was able to pull it off. Then there was another smaller one, and it was biting underneath my right armpit, and I had to pull it off. And Yussaron had to vaporize it, and Andalon was there, and Andalon held back the other one and vaporized it. And I was so scared shitless. I did not want it. I was supposed to run through the portal to get back to the Earth, but I didn't want to go through the portal. It was a mobile portal, but it was activated. The reason I didn't want to go back to the Earth, I was terrorized. I didn't want to bring any of those creatures back to the Earth and have it wreak havoc on the biosphere on this planet. I was scared for the planet more than I was myself. And I had that bruise on my breast for 3 months, and it finally went away in August, or about a month or 2 after August. And that's up in the ships. And not one person that I've spoken to about the Secret Space Fleet who claim that they go up there and fight, not one person has ever seen those worms on the ships. And not only that, in Texas, and there was some kind of a rodeo circus or something in Texas, and like a state fair rodeo kind of thing, and there was a family, and they had unleashed like some of these worms, and they were engineered to go after humans and eat them. And their venom is deadly. If you get bitten by them, you'll get killed instantly. Not me. Well, anyway, they were going after this family, and I had to run after the family, and I had to tell them to jump up on top of something, and we were chasing these worms and trying to kill them. And then the gremlins. You talk about the gremlins. Okay, that's actually true. But that happened in Nevada, in the southernmost part of Nevada, and it was in some kind of a railroad station house that was emptied out, and some families were living there, like 3 families. We had to go there as a scout crew, and we saw these gremlins, and we had to vaporize every one of them. So this shit is really happening.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've seen different pictures of different things. I've done channelings, I've seen visions, and as we get more and more dimensions with us and more aware, or the frequencies like a radio station, then we see more things, we experience more things, and that's what my friends are like, Marci and I'm going crazy. I'm like, no, you're just getting more and more clear as to what you're seeing, feeling, and hearing, because we're so condensed in our energy, we don't see, feel, and hear the many levels that are around.
Well, at any given time, whether you're aware of it or not, it operates through the subconscious that runs the autonomic nervous system. You will be interfacing with the ship, interfacing with other conscious, interfacing with other beings and stuff. And all you got to do is you don't even have to meditate or go into trance or nothing. Just focus on one thing and let your mind clear, and it comes right through, real clear.
No, Richard and I always have like massive experiences that are going on. He will see a lot of beings behind me because a lot of times we FaceTime the energies that are going on, or I will see them on his. We'll feel it, see it, hear it. That's going on. But it's all with a frequency. If you're not at that frequency, you cannot dial into seeing, feeling, and hearing. As you get yourself clearer and clearer, then those dimensions, which there are many of them, which is just a level of consciousness that are around. So that's what I said. They choose who they're going to talk to through me, like they want to work on you. They've worked on TJ. They worked on Richard. They worked on, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm trying to get a regular job to pay the bills, but they want me to have my mind clear.
You're connected. And that's the other thing. I was labeled as a person of interest and a threat to national security. I can't get a job having any kind of security clearance. And I've never done anything wrong in my life. I'm not a terrorist. I've never been involved in any subversive groups. I'm not paramilitary. I'm not a criminal. I'm not a drug dealer or a user. I've never been involved. I've never had any criminal activity or anything like that. So why am I a threat to national security, and why am I a person of interest? I'll tell you why. Because I'm one of them up there. That's why. And I know, and they know.
Right. Well, the whole thing with me is I work with mentally challenged people. I've done home health, and I've gotten, like the alpha females, they don't like me. So your energy,
God.
Before you even walk through it, it's like Richard was telling me, like, you know, I was working with, he's like, you're not supposed to be doing this type of stuff. And I'm like, I have to have a job. And then my guys just say, you're done. And then something will happen. I just got done with another job with 4 women about a month ago. And they're like, you're done. So I try to go right, and then they send me left as to what's going on. And your energy, your presence, a lot of people will feel, I call it the Psych Mary Poppins energy, where you've got this light or this energy that brings out their subconscious so they don't like you, or they react to you in a certain way because of your frequency or vibration that's happening that they don't want to acknowledge. So when people start arguing with me, I start walking away, because the more their cognitive distance is, the more they will start arguing with me. So they'll say something, and I've had to let go of a lot of friends, a lot of people that I knew that I either outgrew or I match as I continually to grow, and they want to stay the same, or they're afraid to go into it. And it's all that. It's just, we're in different worlds. We'll connect with people with different frequencies of what's going on. And you can't take their reality personally, because that's their reality.
Okay, question. Do you have a lot of, because I don't have any friends at all. All my friends are long distance on the phone. Do you have any friends?
I do.
Personal friends you go around with? If you don't,
I've
then I can
outgrew
see
a lot.
why.
Yeah,
because
I outgrew.
if you don't have
I do. There's like 1 or 2 that I've had. I'm from the Bay Area. My first book I wrote, 10 years ago, We're Off to the Wizards, is a group of us that we started when we were 15. And they refound me on Facebook. And my friend Dawn, who we've done all this journey with, I talked to him yesterday. And he's also, we've been in this journey. He's in Florida also. I haven't seen him for years. But a lot of our friends that we knew, we outgrew them, or people sell us out mentally, physically, emotionally. But you might have a higher pay or whatever's going on that's going on. So I had to let go. I moved up to Reno by myself, pregnant with my son, who's going to be 21 in August. I moved up Reno exactly 20 years ago. And my daughter, and then there's a few people that I've been friends with through the years, I mean, one's like an hour away. I haven't seen them, but we'll see each other once in a while. And another friend of mine I'll see a lot. But a lot of the friends, they sold me out. They got competitive. They were on the spiritual level. And I've got Richard, and I've gotten working on connecting my friends. Now Richard is friends with the people I've connected. So we're getting a core support group so that all the, like, the elitist energy type of stuff that's going on, I don't mean to sound snobby, but as you know, the energy that we talk about, it's like we have to dumb down on the energy that's going on. And so they're now supporting each other. I did my first radio show with a friend of mine, and now she's starting to do automatic drawing. The other one's doing automatic drawing. They're supporting each other. This was my mission, to connect people together so that we don't feel like we're going insane and we're not feeling like we're alone.
Yeah, that's been my problem all my life. I've never really had any friends.
Susan Facebooked me because I scan who's on my Facebook because they are aware. They're very advanced people, but I don't deal with drama. I don't deal with negativity, but they have a support system for each other, as Richard knows. Because Richard's friends with now the people that I'm friends with.
Okay, so what is your name exactly?
If you look up like Marci Ann McLean or Marci Kosich, it's on my Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. You know,
Marci or Marcia?
Well, my real name is Marcia. When I did Psychic Powers Network, they put the name of Marci Ann McLean. So if you look up Marci Kosich or Marcia Ann McLean, I'm on my Facebook. And that's where we have a support group, and a lot of them are psychologists that are very spiritual. And a lot of them are...
McLean, is it M-C-L-A-N? M-C-L-A-I-N?
M-A-C-L-E-A-N. Yeah, you can look at Marci Kosich or Marcia Ann McLean.
M-A-C-L-A-I-N.
L-E-A-N. L-E-A-N.
Oh, L-E-A-N. Okay.
Yeah.
L-E-A-N.
And there's friends of mine that are vets that are very aware, you know, and so a lot of them are very advanced and they know what's going on and they're very aware. And so it's a support group, and, you know, it's so that people can not feel alone. Like, I don't bring in a lot of people so they can feel in a safe environment that people will understand them. I've got like maybe 500 on my Facebook because a lot of I go through people and it's like either I delete them or I don't even add them.
Oh.
Richard, you're kind of quiet.
Well, I wanted to interject a positive spin on things because in addition to all the negativity that's going on the surface right now, there's also a tremendous amount of positive influence and positive energies. Lots of energies have come through all kinds of portals. Lots of energies have come through the moon. Lots of energies have come from the central sun. The Pleiadians, the Uridians, the Syrians, and a number of other races are very much aware and very much in support of the ascension of mankind as far as our conscious expansion is concerned. So regardless of the negativity that is here, it is being uprooted and it is slowly being completely dissipated. So I want you to understand that, you know, on a higher, much higher level of consciousness and integration, there's a tremendous amount of action taking place on many different dimensions, all in support of humanity in regards to moving forward in our conscious ascension. And as you have both acknowledged and described, that naturally the Earth herself, Gaia, the goddess of the Earth, is already in fifth dimensional reality. So it's like there are two timelines currently, and one timeline is 3D and the other timeline is 5D, and they are paralleling each other. And eventually what will happen is those that are radiating fifth dimension and beyond are going to transit into 5D as a total and complete reality. And those that are in 3D are going to remain in 3D. And I don't know exactly how to put this into words other than to say that the dimensional shift is going to spiral out into dualism in a manner of speaking that has probably never been experienced on a planetary basis in the past, in this universe anyway. And that means that basically 5D and 3D